Good morning, all. It is Harlow, and this is our next round of Friday Flickr Finds. I am so sorry the last 3 weeks I have not featured a Friday Flickr Finds. I know there's a handful of you that really look forward to this each week, which always is really humbling. I've gotten a few IMs asking, "Hey, where's Friday Flickr Finds?" And I do apologize. I have been really busy, not only with real life, but with the borough renovations and a lot of other things going on in my life right now. So I just haven't had much of a chance to do this, but I do promise that I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm featuring this weekly again now that things have settled down a little bit. Um, but today I have quite a few images for you because I've kind of gathered some over the last 3 weeks. So this is like Friday Flickr finds times three. So we will go ahead and get started because I have a lot to go through and some really incredible artists and images to show you guys today. So my first one is from Ren Matsura, and I just love this image. I really love that the camera is behind the avatar. I love that she's given this like peace out kind of sign and walking away from something. It makes you want to know, what are you walking away from? Like, what are you leaving behind? And I just think it's really well done. Really appreciate the depth of field that they have going here as well. Next, I have Sorcha Tyles, and Sorcha always does such a lovely job on her portraits, and I just thought this was so soft and beautiful, yet highly detailed. I thought the freckles and the little moles on her face just really stood out, and I love the eyes, just absolutely beautiful with the two tones. I love the way that she has cropped this as well. I think it's very well done, so great work, Sorcha. Up next, we have Lula Yue, and I am just mesmerized by the use of the light in this image and the way that the light is bouncing off of the side of her face, but most importantly, her eyes. I love the way that, um, it looks like she's got some tears forming in her eyes, and the way that she has incorporated that lighting and the reflection there on the water line of her eyes. Um, I think that's just so well done. This is probably one of the most beautiful portraits that I have seen in a really long time in Second Life, and I just think she really executed this really perfectly. And it's really beautiful and lovely and very somber, but a very nicely done portrait. So great work, Lula. Up next, we have Tiege, who has one of my favorite flickers. I really love the perspective of this image. I love that it's kind of shot from up above. I love all the details that she included in the image. There is no empty space whatsoever. I think she did a great job of picking the right hairstyle for this photo because you can see all the little details of it. Just everything about this is really lovely and beautiful. And I love that you're just drawn into her, but then you start kind of looking around and seeing all the different items that are included as well. So nicely done. Up next, we have Brooke, and this was a shot she did for the Borough Masquerade, and I just thought it was just stunning. I think both avatars look truly beautiful. I love their attire. I love the depth of field. I love the pops of red and color that they have going on in this photo. Just everything about it is so regal and beautiful, and I think Brooke did a really lovely job. Up next, we have Grant Valeska, and I think this is probably my favorite image in the whole series this week. This was obviously done right around Valentine's Day, and it's just such a perfect representation of not only the pandemic we're in, but Second Life love as well. It's just perfect. I love all the post processing they did. I love the way that their hands are coming through the monitor to give each other these gifts of love and admiration. And I just think it's just perfect. So super cool how they did the split screen. Just there's a lot of feelings invoked when I look at this image, and I think it's very well done. So nice work, Grant. Up next, we have the talented Jaywen, who honestly I want to feature every single week on here, and I should because His work is just flawless. I thought this was just such a lovely couple's portrait. I love the look on her face. I love the way that he's like leaning into her. I love the depth of field in the background. Honestly, this looks like a real image. Like you would never know these are avatars. They look like real people. So nice work. Next, we have Lisa, and I love this photo so much. Um, every single thing about it, the color, the way the every little bit of every little hue just pops in this image. The insane attention to detail, like every little pattern in this photo, you're just drawn into. This is one of those images that I could study for a whole hour and still feel like I missed things. I think it's just truly beautiful. Even like the detail on her nails. You can see the little like studded gemstones on her nails, these cards she's holding, the flowers, the hair pieces. It's just truly beautiful. I love all the inspiration that went behind this. So great work, Lisa. Up next, we have Wildlands, and I just think this is a really great portrait. I love the lighting and the shadow work on this. I love the softness of the image, that like gentle haze that goes across it. And I love the pose and the framing, like just how perfectly centered this is. Everything about this is executed perfectly. So lovely job. Up next, we have the talented Gina Carminucci, and this image is just so sexy in every way. Uh, she is a master at styling her photos. Just the attention to every little piece that she includes. I just love this. I totally need to message her and ask where these like firework looking lights are that are behind her because I really like them. Just all the styling, just I mean look at this, every little thing, the ring pop, the razor pop, the cherries, the little red beret, her scrunchie. She just spares nothing when she does these photos, and I just think that the color style or the color choices in this are great as well. Just everything about this is a lot of fun, and the sign, the juicy juicy sign, fits perfectly in the image. So great work, Gina. Up next, we have Scar, and I just thought this was a really sweet portrait. I love the posing that Scar did here with the kitty cat, and I love how we've included like little details in the photo. Like, you know, you could take a photo like this and, you know, not add these items in the background, or, you know, put accessories on. Like, I'm really bad at accessorizing in my photos. My photos are very bland, in my opinion. I don't do a very good job of adding detail, which is something I really should work on. But you know, the Thor jar here and the colored pencils here and the little art modeler thing here as well. Just lots of little details here that really make an image go from good to great, and Scar really did that. Up next, we have Jullie Vandeperck, and I just thought this was a great wintry. Well, I'd say wintry, but the trees are green in the background. But this image, I just think is really nicely done. I love the cafe or bar that's in the background, and I like that it's blurred just enough that you know you're studying it to see what's going on back there. Like, what? It's just a very a live portrait. You know, it's a very live scene. There's lots going on with the people in the background, which I think she did a nice job on. Um, I feel like she may have taken this over at the Paris Sim. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks super familiar to me. Like I've been there before, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But her styling is very nicely done as well. Just everything about this is really great. Up next, we have Adam Cayden, another Flickr that's one of my favorites. I think he is one of the best men's photographers on the grid. I really dig the depth of field in this image, and I also really dig the look on his face. It's like I feel like he just walked out of a restaurant or a bar or a store, and he's turning back and you know, filled with some regret, you know, trying to figure out you know, what he's leaving behind. And I think that's just really, really cool. I like when an image tells a story, and I feel like this one certainly does. So great work, Adam. Up next, we have Brandon, and yet again, another Flickr that I think is just really, really well done. The lighting in this is really what I think is so magical. I love the almost like aura he has going on around his head here with the lighting. The butterfly with the sparkles, um, just the placement of it is really nicely done. The blue hue across the whole image. Brandon really did a great job with this image, and it's one of the best this week. So nice work. Up next, we have Byk Yeetly, and I mean, what's not to love about this image? The avatar is fantastic. I love the slight angle he's got going on here, and I love the way that he has the lighting coming through the window. Um, I think that's just executed perfectly. Um, One of those things that, he also added in a little bit of details in the background, and I believe he's holding a beer in his hand. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it is a beer. Now that I'm staring at it a little bit closely, I like that he's got the beer in his hand there, and the scars on his face, the details of the tattoos are really brought to life with the lighting through the window. Overall, this is just a great portrait, and I really enjoy it. Up next, we have Autumn Ashton, and I was super excited to see that she did this photo at the Burrow Sim, featuring a handful of photos at Burrow this week because we had our sim renovations, and people have been coming over and taking beautiful photos, and some of them absolutely deserve to be here. And Autumn's Flickr is awesome. She's back after, I believe, a hiatus. I know that I hadn't heard from her in a while, and then I saw her starting to post more and more on Flickr again, and I'm just so thrilled to see her back in Second Life more often and see her creating again because her photography is just awesome. So I thought this portrait was really beautiful of the two of them, and certainly should be here this week. So nice work. Up next, we have Anais, and yet again, another really awesome image, kind of like Brandon's with the lighting, kind of like tracing around the avatar. I love the way that the face is illuminated, um, the styling, everything about this is just really cool. I like that it's kind of this side profile shot as well, which I think is really well done. Just a really cool kind of sci-fi vibe to it that captured my attention. So great work. Up next, we have Big D, and this is a Flickr that's relatively new to me, and I have a feeling we're going to be featuring quite a few photos from Big on Friday Flickr Finds. This I thought was so creative and so cool, and just super, super well done. I mean, this is just some post-processing magic in Photoshop, and Big did a great job. This is just really, really neat. Um, I was scrolling Flickr and I remember seeing this the day I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. So very well done. I love the pose that the avatar is in. I love that they're just like fading away through this chain link fence. So great work. Up next, we have Leanne, and Leanne's landscape portraits are always stunning. I swear I come across her images and I don't realize that they are Second Life half the time. It always blows my mind. I mean, they look like real life images. So I thought this one was very beautiful, and I love the way that the lighting is peeking over the mountain and reflecting on all the beautiful greenery in the photo. Even the lighting on the little creek here as well. So great work, Leanne. Up next, we have Zomborg, and Zom always has a fantastic flicker. And I think the angle on this is just flawless. Like I've said before, I, for the longest time, did not like angled photos or sideways photos, and now people are just learning how to do them in a really fantastic way. And I think Zom did a really nice job with this. I dig the lighting, just everything about this is really cool. And Zom always does also a really wonderful job of styling her avatar. So great work. Up next, we have, I think it's pronounced Kirka or Circa. I'm not completely sure. I apologize if I just butchered your name. This is a Flickr that I've recently discovered as well, and all the images are stunning. I mean, truly stunning. Her attention to lighting and just her styling is just really, really particular and true to herself. And I really dig everything about her Flickr. So make sure you go and check it out. I thought this portrait was really beautiful as well. And yeah, I definitely thought that she needed to be featured this week. So great work. Up next, we have Joe, and I really love the atmosphere in this photo, the fog. You are immediately drawn to the avatar, but then you start kind of looking around to see what's in the background. It's almost got this kind of spooky vibe to it. I love the shadow work here beneath her feet. Um, just really well done. She really paid attention to the rule of thirds for this photo, and the framing is very nicely put. And overall, this certainly captured my eye as I was scrolling Flickr, and I thought it was really wonderful. Up next, we have Ella Pavlona, and Ella has this very distinct style with her images, and I have no clue how she accomplishes it, but they look real to me, and they remind me of almost like Monet watercolor paintings. Like they are just so stunning. She's one of those artists that, stands out because she has a truly distinct style that, you look at her images and you go, oh, that's definitely hers. And I love the mermaids here. I love the way that their fins are kind of peeking out of the water. I mean, this is just so beautiful. This is just something you would hang in your house. And I really loved it and wanted to feature it. So great work, Ella. Up next, we have, again, I'm going to pronounce your name wrong, Kirka or Circa again. Cursa, maybe. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm totally butchering your name, and I hate that. But again, these portraits that she does are just really beautiful. She's got this such a distinct style, and I just love everything about them. And I was really excited to discover this Flickr. So definitely go and check her out and all of her beautiful work. Up next, we have Rick. Rick's also got a fantastic Flickr, and I just thought this was an awesome portrait. Sometimes I hate using the word basic because I feel like basic's a very negative term, but sometimes a simple portrait there, that's a good way. A simple, just straight on, simple background, black and white portrait can really make a statement. And I think that Rick did a really great job with this. His avatar looks great. Um, I just love that he's looking directly at the camera. Everything about this is wonderful, and I really liked it. Up next, we have Distilled Destiny, another beautiful portrait this week. I really like the framing on this and the lighting coming through the window. I just found it to be really lovely. I think her avatar is really beautiful. Um, everything about this is elegant, and I love the little strings of hair hanging in her face. It was just executed very nicely, so great work. Up next, we have Tempest, and I think this is also one of my favorite images this week. I can tell a lot of work went into this, and you can just everything from the way the hair is flowing to the various like depth of field. This image has motion to it, and I really love that. I love the fish are like in strategic places in the photo as well, which I think is really cool. Like right here underneath his butt, and then the bubbles on hers. I just think she just did a very nice job of taking this image and making it classy and elegant and beautiful, and just extremely sexy at the same time. And I just love everything about this. So great work, Tempest. Up next, we have A Frith, and this is one of those times where the sideways portrait has been executed wonderfully, and I just think everything about this is really beautiful. Her avatar in this reminds me, there is a Maroon 5 music video that has this girl that has the most piercing eyes in it, and oh my gosh, I am totally blanking on what it is at the moment, but I immediately thought of that model that's in that music video, and she looks so much like her. And I can't even remember her name right now, but I immediately was like, oh my gosh, her avatar looks just like her. But the name is failing me at the moment. Um, but I think this is a really beautiful portrait, and the color is so striking and lovely as well. I love that her eyes match the lily pads, and I love the look on her face. It's just really lovely. So nice work. Up next, we have Adam Cayden, and I believe he did this for a challenge. I forget the name of the challenge. I think it was like Guiding Light or Guide the Light. I'm sorry, I don't have it pulled up at the moment to look, but I thought this was really badass, and I thought the lighting technique was really nicely done, and the bear is really cool. I like that he put even like drool coming off the bear. And I am going to sneeze. I apologize. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. See, this is what happens when I film live. Things like this happen, so I apologize. But like I was saying, I really love the drool coming out of the bear's mouth, the look on his face that he's like, "Oh yeah, badass. You can't fuck with me," you know. I just think it's cool. So great work, Adam. I love this image, and sorry I butchered the commentary on yours with that mid sneeze. Up next, we have Ethan Lane, and this is another wonderful shot that was taken at the new borough renovations. I just think this is so cute. The image has some commentary that goes along with it as well, talking about, how Ocean asked him to carry her into Borough for their morning coffee, and I just think this is so cute, and I just thought it was really lovely, and I love seeing people stop by and enjoy the space. So nice work. And I believe this is my last photo of the week. And this is from Ocean, who was actually featured in the last photo with Ethan. I just think this is really cool. She's like taking her dog out for a hike in the deep woods. And I love the way the wind is blowing through the weeds, but also her hair. The depth of field is really beautiful. The color choices, just overall, I just think this is a great shot. And it looks like her dog's about to go chase after something. So nice work, Ocean. I really enjoy this. So, all right, guys, that is Friday Flickr Finds for like the last 3 weeks. And I hope that you found some new artists that you are going to follow and enjoy. Second Life is full of so much endless creativity, and it always amazes me. And I really enjoyed doing this week and sharing with you guys. So I look forward to bringing you new Friday Flickr Finds in the near future. Have a wonderful weekend.